Hello everyone, we want to make a presentation about time value of money. This is my group member. The first one is me, Ili Nurdiana. The second one is Nur Arsada. And the last one is Nurul Hidayah. Today, our group will be comparing two research articles that explore investment evaluation techniques based on time value of money concept. TVM explained that the value of money decreases over time, which makes it essential to consider present value when making investment decisions. TVM is essential for evaluating investment as a long-term financial planning. The first article, which is analysis of net present value and equivalent annual cost in optimal machine life by Chu ETAL 2022, investigates the use of net present value NPV and equivalent annual cost EAC is determining the optimal machine replacement period. The study shows that while NPV is useful for evaluating total value over fixed period, and EAC is more suitable when comparing alternatives with different lifespan. The second article, which is NPV and IRR's comparative analysis in enterprises investment decision making by Liu 2023, compares NPV and internal rate of return IRR. It highlights situations where IRR may give misleading signal, especially when projects have unconventional cash flow or multiple IRRs. The author argues that NPV provides more accurate and stable results, making it a better tool for strategic investment decision making. The first article, the objectives are to evaluate the effectiveness of NPV and EAC in determining optimal machine life. Next objective is to investigate which method, NPV or EAC, is more appropriate when investment projects have different duration or lifespan. The third objective is to apply both method NPV and EAC in real-world case involving estimation of an optimal machine life. The fourth objective is to recommend the more suitable metric NPV or EAC for evaluating investment decisions in recurring, time-sensitive capital budgeting scenarios. For the second article, the objectives are to compare the effectiveness of net present value NPV and internal rate of return IRR. The second objective is to investigate the situation where NPV and IRR produce conflicting conclusions. And for the last objective is to determine which method between NPV or IRR are most specific, reliable and beneficial.
Next, we move on to the methodology. The article is about analysis of net present value and equivalent annual cost in optimal machine life by Zhu Fei Chui. In this article, the author are identifying the most cost-effective duration for owning and operating the machine using NPV and EAC. What is NPV and EAC? NPV is net present value and EAC is equivalent annual cost. NPV method are using to analyze the profitability of the machine over the different lifespan, 1, 2, and 3 years, by discounting the cash flow and subtracting the initial investment. Next, for EAC method is being used to calculate the annualized cost of the owning and operating the machine. It also includes NPV of cost and convert it into EAC. If the machine EAC lowers, it considered as optimal. These two methods can show which are more suitable for decision involving the asset with different duration. Next, our second article is about NPV and IRR comparative analysis in enterprises investment decision making by Zuanru Liu. This article focusing on how companies should make an investment decision using two key financials such as net present value NPV and internal rate of return IRR, but it showed that IRR may give a misleading result. Meanwhile, NPV is being preferred because of the clearer picture of the project financial benefit. NPV are calculating the discounting future cash flow using a specific discount rate, while IRR discover the rate of present value of future equal to the initial investment. Lastly, the author have been combined a mathematical calculation, financial theory, and scenario-based case analysis to show that NPV is more consistent than IRR.
Now I will explain the comparison between two articles. Article 1 focuses on determining the optimal machine replacement duration using both a net present value NPV and equivalent annual cost EAC. It used a structured and numerical approach with a fixed discount rate to evaluate different machine lifespan. On the other hand, Article 2 aims to find out which method, NPV or internal rate of return IRR, is more reliable for enterprise investment decision. It used a case-based comparative analysis and test with various discount rates to highlight the strength and weakness of each method. Despite the differences, both articles share key similarities. First, they apply the time value of money method. Besides that, the articles also use NPV as a main method and use discount rates to evaluate future cash flows. Most importantly, both studies apply these methods to real-world investment scenarios, proving the practical value of financial mathematics.
Next is analysis and findings. Firstly, I will talk about the analysis for Article 1. In the first article, there is two financial evaluation methods, which are net present value NPV and equivalent annual cost EAC. In this article, there is mission cost 300 minutes and 200 minutes of cash inflow, and people are being calculated for a different mission lifespan for 1, 2, and 3 to determine the duration they are providing the highest return. They also investigate whether the project can be done or not. Then they will calculate the NPV. Eventually, they had discovered that the project can be repeated infinitely and use EAC that show the lowest equivalent annual cost. Next, the finding from the article. To find the best mission lifespan, the mission will be used only for once. Then the 3 operations have the highest NPV, so it have the profitable option. Next, if the mission can be repeated only once, then 5-year operation can hold the highest NPV. Lastly, when the mission is repeated indefinitely, then 1-year lifespan can provide the lowest equivalent annual cost, meaning that it is the most efficient option for a long time run. Then we can say the NPV is more suitable to evaluate single and fixed duration project, while EAC is more suitable to compare the different lifespan or repeatable investment.
So now we move to Article 2. In Article 2, the analysis is focused on comparing NPV and IRR under different investment conditions. There are two cases which are varying investment skills and unconventional project. For a project with varying investment skills, IRR suggests choosing Project E, but NPV favors Project D. These differences are due to IRR assumed investment at the IRR itself, while NPV assumed investment at the cost of capital, making it more realistic. This shows that IRR can give misleading results, while NPV remains more accurate and reliable. For unconventional projects, IRR produces multiple values like 25% and 400%, creating confusion and ambiguity in decision making. This proves IRR's weakness, especially when cash flow change signs more than once. In contrast, NPV remains consistent and better reflects actual investment value. Overall, the findings confirm that NPV is more objective and suitable for complex decisions, while IRR may lead to conflicting or incorrect results.
We see that the net present value, known as NPV, is suitable for one-time investment, while equivalent annual cost, known as EAC, works better when comparing alternatives with different lifespans by converting all costs into equal annual figures. Next, for the second article, which is Law 2023, emphasizes that NPV should be prioritized over IRR, especially when projects are not mutually exclusive, as IRR can give misleading results due to unrealistic assumption of reinvestment. The suggestion to improve it is to use the modified internal rate of return